Hello, beautiful people. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened, but it just sort of slowed down when I got started. Let me share this. Hi, everybody. It has been fabulous. Thank you, Tyler. I had some downloads I wanted to share, even though I'm going to do them in a larger video. I wanted to kind of start talking about them because... Thank you, sir, on a tiny-ass motorcycle. I'm watching this TV show, and it's called The Deuce. Has anybody here seen it? Have you seen it? Well, I don't know why I was drawn to this show, but I've learned that it's better not to resist the reasons why and to understand that there is some kind of digesting happening on an energetic, emotional level. And what was explained to me, and I've talked about this before, is the gridding that has the energetic gridding that has occurred over this planet when it comes to the relationship between the masculine and the feminine and integration within ourselves and so on and so forth. So there was a period of time where pimping was a big deal, right? And don't even think about just pimping. Think about molestation. Think about like the cycles it creates. But it's not just the thing itself. It's not just that action. It's a portal or an energetic entanglement that comes in, right? But what I got mainly, and it's good news, is the days of pimping are over. The days of pimping are over. And I know that sounds super like, what the fuck does that mean? But just feel into it for a second. We have gone from being pimped, like, whether you look at it more literally or not literally, like, look at the world in the way it is. OnlyFans, porn, right? We ourselves are being poured out to the pharmaceutical companies, right? Whatever it is. I'm not trying to get too literal about it, but they're saying like that dynamic, that energetic grid, that blanket that covers us, that blanket that keeps us in oppression, another piece of that glass ceiling, or what we perceive to be a glass ceiling, what we perceive to block us from being able to reach our potential, right? A lot of what works against us in this dynamic, in this energetic dynamic, is being dissolved as we speak, right? Throughout the process of this show, and I've watched it over the past month or so, throughout the process of the show, you see the days of the pimp dying. And you see higher corporations, the city, coming in and somehow making a profit where there was a profit before, right? The city and the police will always make a profit. There will always be dirty cops, etc., right? There'll always be somebody in the cut to make a profit off something that other people want, right? And when it comes to a commodity such as sex and disrespecting the feminine energy, or pouring out the feminine energy, underestimating the feminine energy. Thank you, Melanie. There is something to be said. This is very important, and Melanie, I hope you can be patient because I feel very passionate to share this, right? Think and ask yourself questions. Pose questions, generate questions. Me and Jessica were just having a conversation on which is the best word. Pose questions as to where is it that I have given away my power. That's another pouring of yourself out, right? I know it's an intense word, but they want you to feel the frequency of it because it can be riddled over a lot of different aspects of your life where you give so much to your work because you feel like you should be grateful to even have a job, right? That has benefits and has this and has that. And like you're stressed every day that you're not meeting your potential in that job. And Spirit is saying that, God is saying, hey, that's my money. All this middleman shit, this pimp middleman shit, the pimp frequency is the middleman. Okay? It's the priest that doesn't believe you sovereign or holy enough to be able to connect to the divine on your own. So he feels it's his responsibility to offer you whatever divinity he's willing to give you. Right? That's not all priests. Guides, angels, ancestors, ascended masters, beings of love and light, those that walk with us, thank you so much for all that you do for us. Thank you for constantly showing me where my heart always realigns to. Thank you for always being the light in the darkest of places. And thank you for showing me my power through all of these amazing and difficult and challenging experiences. Thank you for allowing me to be a person of your channel, of your divine channel, blood of my blood, bone of my bone. Thank you for allowing me to be here. Please protect against any distorting energies and or intentions. Archangel Michael, I call upon you and bring you in as well for this. I ask that you bring us some clarity upon this download. I know it is hard when we have been hearing so frequently that the world is changing, the world is changing, the world is changing, and we feel like we are constantly seeing evidence of all the same. But we know that there are more intricate things happening here. And we also know that a lot of it is coming to head now. Or at least I know. I've received this. I've received this directly from you, Divine. So allow us to show up in support at this pivotal time. Thank you. No problem, Tyler. Let's see. Let us see, darling. So it is and so it shall be. Where have we been the pimp? Where have we been responsible to be? Where have we put ourselves in the cut? Where is it that we have tried to protect or save someone from what their destiny is, right? There's so many people around you that you feel responsible for because of where you are in your healing journey and what you feel is yours to carry, right? Meaning, if I have a very close bond with my mother and my mother is ill, right? My mother's mentally ill, right? I could spend my entire life feeling like I should be a slave to her. Not saying that taking care of a parent is not a noble thing, but the sense of responsibility and the sense of having no choice is what I am referring to. And it can be in smaller ways, right? This person has been with me my whole life. This is my best friend. They need me right now. Even though in my spirit, in my soul, I feel like being around them is not good for me. Spirit is saying, get out of the cut, get off the street, right? You don't need to be anybody's pimp. You don't need no pimp, right? This theme of the pimp and the energy, right? I know it's intense and I know it's harsh. I know it's sharp, but receive it because it means to bring to the surface where this frequency is alive in your life. And for many of you, it's where you are actually being pimped out by, okay. So it's almost like the divine offers you the money, right? Let's use this analogy, right? This is blowing my fucking mind. I knew it would get clearer, okay? This is going to sound messed up, divine, forgive me. I hope this is okay. But it's very clear to me. So God, I don't want to say God is the John, but the divine and God is the John, the person coming for the services, right? And the John is the one that has the money. God is the one that has the money, okay? And God is giving it to you, right? In another sense, God is giving you this energy, this vitality, this inspiration, this creativity for you to do something with it. But what happens? The people around us start drowning, and then we start giving all of that allowance, all of that money, all of that energy to the people around us, right? We're giving to the pimp, right? We're giving our cut, our 80% cut to the pimp. Our energy, our vitality. Spirit is saying right now is a time where things are so easily coming to the surface because of the energy we are sitting in, everyone. Because of what we're sitting in, there's so much light, there's so many light bulb moments that are naturally wanting to go off and off and off and off and off. Yep, went through that recently. Hard to adjust and let go as a healer. Absolutely. We're going to get into your energy. I feel like your reading is going to be interesting, Melanie. And if you guys are here, feel free to share. I would love to potentially connect with those in your friends list or those you are connected to that may be open to receiving. And you being a part of that is a beautiful thing too. You don't need to donate or purchase a reading to be a part of this. You don't. I know we all have ADD mind and we want to be stimulated all the time. But Even if you don't have money to donate and you don't want an individual reading, just hang out, right? Receive. Allow yourself to receive through other people's readings because you're here for a reason. And that ADD mind, that instant gratification mind, is overstimulated. So just chill in this energy. Let this be a solace, an oasis for you on your journey. Okay? All right. I want to pull a postcard from Spirit, and then we're going to get into your reading, Melanie. Okay? Okay. 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 What's tomorrow, Tyler? Is tomorrow Friday? No. Tomorrow is Thursday. Dearest you, we are gathering our magic together to help you celebrate your new beginning. You're stepping into a version of your life, getting to tell a new story as you create it. Doesn't it feel like spring when the urge to expand wells up from inside you from a primal place? The form of what you are growing has yet to take shape. And it is exciting to experience this in new and fresh beginning. It's normal to feel both push and push back when entering any kind of new relationship. And it's okay to admit you don't really know what to expect. What you can know is that it's time to dive in and allow that new version of life to take shape through you on behalf of your partners in life, Spirit. You have made it to a new level of awakening and contributing, and we are so excited to see where this will take you next. There is a reason, I'm hearing this right now, there is a reason that parents will mark their children's height every month, because the amount of growth is so unnoticeable when it's looking at you in the face day in and day out. But if you take a step back and sort of measure, you'll see that there has been a lot of expansion, there has been a lot of growth. But this doesn't want you to believe that. Okay? There's a part of us, right? The as within, so without. This divine external war or battle between the light and the dark, or really it's the light and the distorted, right? The light and the non-distorted and the distorted. This war, this and like I've said many times, it's like a custody battle. As in, so the eternal conflict we have with ourselves to operate at our highest potential, to reach for the stars, to do better, to get more, to reach heights that your bloodline has never reached yet. That desire to go there is that light. And that conflict, that other side of you, that self-saboteur, that represents the distorted parts of you, the parts where you don't feel worthy, the parts where you feel disconnected, the parts where you're looking outside of yourself to find love and validation and yes, you belong here. We love you. Thank you for being here. We love you. Oh, you're so beautiful. Ooh, la la, whatever. Okay? Trust. You have grown. But don't let this is why I've been saying recently right now, the biggest thing you can do for yourself, the biggest aid you can give yourself, it's better than any amount of money, any other blessing, a fucking car showing up in your life right now, is learning how to be present and sitting in your heart, learning how to feel pleasure in your heart, working through all of those hard and painful feelings and learning how to sit with your heart regardless what you're being faced with. And that is going to be your most foolproof navigation system to navigate all this chaos. Okay? Okay. I gotta find me something. Whatever. Melanie. Guides, angels, ancestors, beings of love and light, those that walk with us, thank you. Please tune into Melanie's guides, angels, and ancestors and allow them to dictate the message, as they are the ones walking with her, and they deserve to be heard. What do you mean by possessions, Melanie? Because that's another thing of pimping. Okay, listen, it's all connected. It's all connected, okay? So you're also being pimped out by the entities that you let feed on you. Oh, possessions, those kinds of possessions. But my mind went somewhere else. Thank you. What do her guides, angels, and ancestors want her to know about this present moment? About her present moment? Allow us to commune with those that are guiding her towards her highest and most godly potential. Thank you. Interesting. These cards kind of came in like, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm supposed to read it this way. Okay, this is what's on the surface, and this is what's underneath the surface. Okay, thank you. So you're dealing with a situation right now where you feel like you have done enough work, where you've been guided up to the line, and now you have to jump. But now your like I said, your ego mind, your trauma mind, your monkey mind is working overtime to try to make you doubt, make you question, make you kind of pause, make you miss your moment. Okay? There's something to be said about being patient and striking at the right time. And you have been so patient. Okay, but Spirit is saying this is what's going on at the surface. There's a lot of anxiety about this new cycle. And you have embodied the Queen of Pentacles beautifully. Okay, you have created an environment within yourself that supports consistency. Thank you, Spirit. You've created an environment in your life that supports consistency. But you can't let go of this anxiety. Your mind won't stop playing tricks on you. Why? Because it fears its last days. You know, think of it as you have a demon, not a literal demon, but you have a demon living inside you that realizes that it's about to be vacated, that it's about to fucking hit the rocks. It's about to go skipping down the street away from your fucking house, and it's trying to gaslight you, make you question, make you whatever. When really, what's going on under the surface? Is you're no longer drowning in the intensity of your own waters. I don't know what this means, right? You're finally receiving a message that has been being brought to you, like a lesson, a whole download, honestly, about how you get sabotaged, how you sabotage yourself, really, what you are contributing to that adds to your chaos, right? You have tamed this. They want you to give yourself credit for this. You have tamed this. Your inner waters are no longer drowning you and trying to infiltrate your lungs. You're no longer trying to kill yourself with your own pain, subconsciously, whatever. You're no longer making yourself responsible for everything that goes wrong in everybody around you's life. You are no longer apologizing for the space that you take up. This is what's happening. You're afraid to take the leap. And the Spirit is saying you ain't got nothing to be afraid of, girl. You ain't got nothing to be afraid of. You have a lot to look forward to, as a matter of fact. As a matter of fact. Whew. Here, let me share this again. It's apparently people. Oh, I guess it's like 6:30, so it's probably like dinner time for everybody right now. But let me, yeah. I'm not done with your reading, Melanie. Give me a second. I hope my service doesn't cut out. Mm-hmm. Yes, and that's the biggest thing. And you're doing so well right now, Melanie. But you're just still holding on to some fear, and that's kind of where this is all coming from. This is where this is all kind of coming to a head right now. Because Spirit is saying, you know, your mind is working overtime to make you feel like you're actually further behind than you really are, that you're not fully prepared, or that you don't have it in you. And to be honest, it's hoping that you'll add more to that, while you and your conscious choice will do things, and your choices and your decisions that will continue to strengthen this belief within you, this program, this reprogram that's trying to come in and give you the illusion that it has erased a lot of your hard work. It has not, right? But now's the time to jump. I guess that's not going to work. I hate it when that happens. I hate it when that happens. Yeah. They're saying your mind is doing too much. I've been giving this message to a lot of people, and I've said it already several times today. But just be clear and be sure that you are connecting in to your heart, and that you're bringing it down into your heart, right? You are timeline jumping because here's what I understand about timelines. It's like a stair, right? It's like a stair, and it's just a higher vibration. Okay. Oh, thank you, Tracy. Oh, I thought you said you paid for a reading. Whew, okay. But thank you anyway for stopping by. But it's like a stair, right? So it's like a vibration. This is a little bit higher of a vibration than this, and you're hoping that you make it from here, and then you make it up a step, right? And you could technically live in a timeline. We should constantly be jumping timelines, because what are timelines? Staying on one timeline is like being stagnant, right? It's like you're constantly looping in the same things you're taking the same precautions or energies or steps or whatever, and you're constantly like playing the same game. You're on that hamster wheel. You're gonna stay on that timeline. But the truth is that life ascension is a ladder. It's literally stepping up the timelines, jumping timelines, and usually you'll feel this sense of nostalgia or of deja vu around this time when you're jumping timelines, or you're about to, what you feel like you've lived this. It's like your soul saying, yeah, this marks a pivotal point when you jumped a timeline, when you took another step, when you earned another feather for your wings. You know what I mean? That's what that represents, and that's where you're at right now. Is you've earned so many feathers that you can adequately fly. Now, are you going to stay on the ground, or are you going to fly? Because the ground is where all of the little fucking leeches live. The ground is where all of the people around you that are still learning how to collect their feathers but choose not to, and choose to you know, be weighed down, right, by their bodies, by their lives, and you choose to fly. You choose to live above it. Mm-hmm. But you got to be willing to take a jump. You got to be willing to take a step. You know what you are being inspired to do. Now do it. It's none of my fucking business to tell you. I'll tell you that much, right? You're not at that place where I feel spirit, where I feel there's a value in inspiring you about what could be possible, right? By giving you specifics about what that life is going to look like. You already know what that's probably going to look like. You have to just do it, right? And this is not me. This is spirit. This is all spirit, 100%. No. They are saying, you got this, right? There's something of a clarity that is waiting for your acceptance. right? You must accept it. You must receive it. You must achieve it. I'm going to pull a postcard from Spirit for you and wrap it up, okay? Spirit felt like you needed an inspirational message, a motivational message, because your mind is doing too much right now. Your mind is wanting you to believe you ain't there right now. Aw, there's nothing wrong with being lazy. Let's flip that. I'm taking me time today. Because even when you're not doing shit, you're always parenting. You're always running after those little kids, Danny. Whatever program that you are running right now that makes you believe that you chilling back, relaxing, and doing your own thing is lazy and negative. That's pimp. That's the pimp frequent. That's a pimp frequency thing right there. I'm gonna make a whole video on this whole pimp thing because it relates to everything. It's just water, guys. It's just water. It's water, darling. Go to the gas station, darling. Get a big old cup like this full of ice for 50 cents, darling. Jeez. Okay. I think I'm gonna try and kick this thing back up again because I'm not gonna lie, your homie needs some nut needs. No. Back that up. You see, I choose not to go down that road right now. I'm about to go live again and hopefully resurrect my shit in the algorithm. I love you guys, and I'll see you in a second.